This is my first semester break out of language school in Tokyo, and I decided to take this opportunity to go to Kyoto for the first time. Took the Shinkansen from Tokyo to Kyoto Station. My first time riding the bullet train and getting an ekiben. Even saw Fuji. After check-in and a quick coffee, we walked all the way to Kiyomizu-dera and then walked around the Gion district, enjoying all the traditional buildings around the area. It was very hot because it's the summer, but there were not too many people. If you're new here, hi, I'm Lena. I make videos about my life in Japan. So if you're interested in that, stick around and maybe subscribe if you feel like it. On the second day, we took the train to Fushimi-Inari Taisha. The train ride was about 30 minutes to get here, and it was pretty convenient. We decided to hike all the way up the mountain. I was very surprised about how much nature was around. I was sure it would be extremely touristy, but it's actually inside a huge forest on a mountain, and there was shade most of the way, so even in a hot summer day it wasn't that bad. It is a pretty long hike though, so brace yourself if you want to go all the way up, of course, which you definitely don't have to.
Ooh. Damn. Oh, oh,
Overall, it was beautiful and a good workout as well. By the way, don't forget to check out the JR website for deals on combined Shinkansen and business hotel packages. That's what we did, and it was cheaper than just getting the train tickets and the hotel separately. I loved the little train that you take to Arashiyama. This traditional Buddhist cuisine restaurant is located inside the temple gardens, so you will have to buy a ticket to get into the gardens, and I recommend getting a combined one with the temple as well. Definitely need a reservation at least 2 days in advance, probably more. The garden in itself was beautiful and definitely worth a visit. If you go through the garden, you get to the famous Arashiyama bamboo forest. So maybe start with the temple and then go to your reservation at the restaurant and continue going through the garden to the bamboo forest at the other end. This was the furthest we went out of central Kyoto. just be careful because once you leave the garden, you can't go back in with the same ticket, and you have to go around the temple to get to the bamboo forest. On the last day was all about food. Kyoto is famous for tofu and yuba. There was this tofu manju, which is a steamed bun, and it was so good. Then we took the Shinkansen back to Tokyo, and I was again just stunned by the views. Thank you for joining me on my first trip to Kyoto, and I hope you stay around for all the other trips that are to come. But for now, we go back to language school and do our best to remember some Japanese, to make everyday life a little bit easier.